Of course, only a couple weeks after the cancelled podcast has ended, Lilah Gibney's name is once again making its way into the media, and unfortunately, it's not in a good way. This week, it feels like everyone is surviving Lilah Gibney, and honestly, the allegations coming out are wild. What started out as internet drama has quickly shifted into something way more serious. If you're not familiar with Lilah, she is a social media content creator who started gaining more attention back in 2019, especially when she became friends with Tana Mojo and her friend group. She was also known for exposing a Teen 10 producer for making rude transgender remarks, which then definitely got her some praise. So with that context in mind, let's dig up the receipts and get into it.
Honestly, traumatizing story time on how I went to LA last weekend for a concert and stayed with the most psychotic, robotic, out of touch of reality, wannabe celebrity, micro-influencer Lilah Gibney. I used to live in LA 5 years ago, and this person was like my yin and yang. And then I moved out of LA, got in a really abusive relationship, and unfortunately became addicted to hardcore rugs. I'm now almost 15 months into my recovery and sobriety journey, but I have not flown anywhere, traveled anywhere in 5 years.
So this all started when Cole Kerrigan came to TikTok and posted his now viral Surviving Lilah Gibney story. Just like Lilah, Cole is also a former Team 10 member, and when he took his story to TikTok, he recounted the time he traveled to LA recently, where he spent most of his time with Lilah. This created a huge ripple effect of other content creators and even non-influencers coming out with their own stories. And honestly, what started out as tea and drama has switched to a more serious situation altogether. As they spent the weekend together, Cole really found himself in some awkward situations. One of the most talked about and honestly most bizarre parts of the story is the repeated mention of Lilah urinating in places she absolutely shouldn't be.
She would go to the bathroom for 30 minutes and then I'd see on her story she's posting TikToks. Meanwhile, she literally peed in the catch booth like 3 or 4 times, and at the concert in her seats and in multiple Ubers.
Cole was accused of stealing, being ungrateful, and he ended up being kicked out of Lilah's place.
Oh, and when we were getting ready for dinner, I only brought 2 pairs of shoes, so I was like, can I borrow a pair of shoes? She was like, go look in my closet. Tell me why I go in the closet and I find not 1, but 2 pairs of what I thought was lost Dior Converse shoes. And if you know me, you know I used to have like 15 pairs of those and my Fendi sunglasses.
But like I said, this created a ripple effect, so more and more videos started to come out.
Storytime, Lilah Gibney edition.
If you've ever heard of her, Lilah Gibney, I live in Los Angeles, and I kind of wanted to tell my story of like how I know her, thoughts like how I survived her.
Okay, with everybody talking about Lilah Gibney, I thought I would give you my story time as a non-influencer with Lilah.
As I said before, it was tea and drama in the beginning, but as the stories have come out, it has become more serious. Kendall came out with her own story as well.
Lilah Gibney just really needs help, and I think a big part of that help could be her taking accountability through Lilah's use of her drugs and whatever she's been doing and getting away with it all the time, just hurting people. Like, needs to get help. Like, I think that she can be a good person. She was so funny. She used to be so cool. And at the end of the day, what I want Lilah to get from this video, and what I want y'all to get from this video, is that Lilah is a damaged person, damaging other people, and she needs to be healed and grow up, you know?
Kendall talked about how Lilah was actually talking to a man who Kendall had already expressed interest in, and Lilah knew this.
Me and Lilah had been friends for a good amount of time back in 2019, 2020. We had become really close friends after meeting at an influencer party. And, you know, after a while of being really good friends, we would go out to Starbucks every day. We would, you know, do everything together. We were like the funniest little, like, duo. And like, she was like my first trans friend ever. We were also involved in the Jake Paul situation together. I was the other girl who was kicked out of Team 10. And then one day we were at Cole's house, and I see on her phone a text from this man, and I'm like, how do you know him? That's so crazy. It's really crazy to me that you know him, because I've only been talking about him for, weeks and months, about how I've been in love with him since I was 17 years old, and how I saved up money to buy him a flight, a $500 flight to come out to LA for a weekend to hang out with me, because we finally, things aligned. Just to find out they had been talking for over 15 days on Snapchat, had a streak and everything, sending nudes behind my back, her talking to our friends about it and them not telling me.
Ava Louise came out with her own video, which is just a whole situation within itself. So of course, all this talk about Lilah brought people to remember that time that her and Tana went on the plane together and she was caught doing something in the bathroom.
I get on this plane and I'm sitting next to Lilah Gibney. And we're chilling, we're vibing. I take half a Xan, 13 hours till I land, had me out like a light. And she gets up and she goes to the bathroom. And she comes back from the bathroom. And suddenly our row is surrounded by every flight attendant on the plane. She's done something in the lavatory that is just a big, big no-no, a big, big whoopsie. And they have informed us that the entire plane smells like cannabis. She is very adamant that she did not smoke and that she does not smoke. Respond back, and they let her know that the authorities will be waiting for her and potentially all of us when we get off the plane.
And then there was that time where she posted an entire vlog about Cover and Alex Warren's wedding when they hadn't even posted a single picture yet. So of course, with all these stories, it kind of shows Lilah has a little bit of a track record. Some people have come out to somewhat defend Lilah or maybe put more context into the situation. Others are just downright disturbed.
Friendly reminder that drug addiction is actually just not funny. It's not tea. It's just fucking horrible for everybody involved. And when somebody gets to the point in addiction where they're doing absolutely horrible, unspeakable things to themselves and others, I don't know, forgive me, but it's not funny to me. I don't know, some of us are watching really in-depth videos of horrible experiences people have had, and then your immediate reaction is living for this tea. I can't wait for more.
So as I've been editing this video, more and more videos have surfaced, all titled Surviving Lilah Gibney. There has been some more serious allegations regarding SA and harassment, and at this time we have not heard any type of statement from Lilah. So let me know what you think about this one in the comments. I'm definitely interested to know, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!